Was geht ab, meine guten Atzen? Mein Name ist Marvin BACKSPIN und das hier ist die 57. Folge von Marvins Room. Diese Folge ist für mich eine ganz besondere, denn ich hatte die Chance, mit einem Rapper zu reden, von dem ich schon sehr lange ein großer Fan bin. Außerdem ist er, glaube ich, die berühmteste Person, mit der ich jemals gesprochen habe, denn es geht um Big Seandon Perignon, Big Sean. Ich will vorher nicht zu viel verraten, aber es wird eine gewisse Kartoffelfrage beantwortet.
I'd rather look like a potato.
Man kennt mich, ich halte das Intro kurz. Dementsprechend viel Spaß, wir sehen uns am Ende wieder. What up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, Marvin? How's it going, man?
How you feeling, man? I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, despite all that's going on in the world, it's important that we make sure we feel good. You know.
Mm-hmm. How has Corona affected your work progress in general? Like, has it been good for you because you could be locked in and in the zone for I don't know 4, 5, 6 months, or was it more of a bad thing to happen because you can't go out, you can't experience stuff to draw some creativity from?
Well, there's good and bad things about it, you know. So it has been a time of being able to very, very much so take a break from traveling so much and moving around. It's been a good time to center myself. But you know, it's also, you don't want to take a lot of risks as far as being around a lot of people. So it's not as social. But it has been a time of locking in and focusing a little bit more. So there's good and bad times, but you know, I think this is a time to make the best out of what we got going on in our situations. You know, it's time to lock in.
Is it true that you wanted to release the first information about your album at Coachella, but this had to be postponed because Coachella was obviously not happening?
Yeah, that was the plan. And, you know, the world started to shift around that time. So, you know, I felt like there was a little bit more inspiration that I had to add to the album. And I think that's the reason that, you know, it took a little bit longer than expected, but it came at the right time for me, you know, and I put a lot of honesty. I put a lot of, you know, just my heart into the music. But yeah, that was originally the plan, yeah.
Back in the days, you did these little freestyles called first quarter freestyle.
Case to case, day to day, I paper chase amazing grace.
And then you skipped second and third, and then you just went straight to the fourth quarter.
The stock going up, making all the right moves, boy, you would have thought that I got tipped off.
And
right.
Ironically, this album is your 5th solo studio album. So is this, so to speak, the 5th quarter you're in right now?
I guess you could say that, right? Yeah. It's I didn't look at it like that. I didn't plan it like that, but sure, if you put it together like that, then there's some meaning there, you know.
And I have one big question. Why is Detroit 1 not on streaming yet?
Because there was a lot of we didn't clear anything for it. So it's a lot of business, and things have to be so ultra cleared when you clear them for streaming services. So, you know, it's definitely in the works, and hopefully we can get it up there sooner or later. But yeah, it's a bigger process than I could imagine.
Okay. Also, on the intro of Detroit 1, which is higher, you rap, you're trying to make it to the top so I can let my dogs know it exists.
Trying to make it to the top so I can let my dogs know it exists.
And fast forward to Detroit number 2, which just became the best-selling album, which was number 1 on the Billboard. Is it important for you to be on top, to be the number 1? And does it mean anything special to you that you rapped on the first part of Detroit, you rap, I want to be at the top, and then you fulfill the prophecy?
Well, that means a lot, yeah. Well, the point of Detroit 2 really was to inspire, uplift, motivate, for people to have fun. And soon as I put it out, the first hour I put it out, or a couple hours after I put it out, I saw the impact that it had on a lot of people who were immediately listening to it. And to me, that had already made it number 1 for me. It was that was what made it, solidified it as a number 1 album at least in my heart. So when it actually did go number 1 on the charts, it was an extra bonus, you know, it was like a cherry on top for me. So I thought that was beautiful, man. And, you know, I do appreciate, you know, for the people who enjoyed it, who listened to it, you know, I hope they liked it. And I'm going to keep the momentum going and keep having fun with it.
So like the second one is like the successor, is that the English word? Like the one which comes after it,
Yeah.
the successor,
Yeah.
to the first one, which is obviously named like your hometown, like Detroit. So it has to have a lot of Detroit in it, I guess, right?
Right.
And do you think which album captures the essence of Detroit better? Is it Detroit 1 or is it Detroit 2? Before you answer the question, I did the research and I know exactly which is the answer to this question because I counted every time you said city, Detroit, D-Town, the D, or anything like those words in both albums. And I came to the conclusion in Detroit 1, you say D-Town only 1 time, you say city 7 times, and you say Detroit 4 times, which sounds like a lot, but actually, if you compare it to the second Detroit, you say Detroit 2 times, the D 1 time, 8 times city, and 7 times Detroit, which is 3 more than in the first part. So I can answer this question for you, Mr. Big Sean. The essence of Detroit is captured better in the second part of Detroit.
There you have it. There you have it. I agree. I was going to say that as well.
Of course.
I think I was able, when I'm after Detroit 1, I feel like Detroit 2 is the successor, and it's a more thought out version than Detroit 1, and it's a little bit more polished, you know, so.
You're also mature, I think. Like back then, like I experienced it myself because back then when I was listening to Detroit 1, I was like even younger than I'm now, and I look baby face as hell. So and now it's like the successor to this album is like you're more mature. You've experienced a lot of stuff in the past 8 years, and it's just like it seems to be the logical consequence.
Yeah, I agree. I appreciate you recognizing that. Yeah, it's you know, you go through life a little bit, especially in 8 years. That's almost a decade, right? So. Yes, a lot of things that's happened, a lot of years have gone by, a lot of experiences, and I feel like that's natural to evolve in your music, you know, especially if you have any type of longevity or any type of plans on staying relevant. I feel like you have to progress, so I'm glad that you hear that progression.
So let's talk about your album because I listened to the whole thing and I just had like some lines which stood out to me, which I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
On Why Would I Stop, you say you might want to leave the series and come back like your Rod Man. Does that mean that you want to color your hair and befriend Kim Jong-un?
I would color my hair and yeah, but that's not what I meant. But that's cool though, yeah.
On the same song, you say you don't complain about life, you adapt.
Yes.
I don't complain about life, I adapt.
And the motto of the city of Detroit is we hope for better things and it shall arise from the ashes.
Yeah.
And does this quote, like the official motto of Detroit, have a special meaning for you?
Yeah, it teaches me that like, you know, it's more of a mentality, you know, and that's kind of like the meaning behind I don't complain about life, I adapt. It's like everything that happens for a reason and is meant to happen. So I embrace that, you know, and realize that the best outcome is in my cards always. So that's just what it is, you know.
You said on Twitter that the longest song to produce or to clear or to like complete was The Baddest.
Yeah.
And you also said that was because of clearance issues. Maybe because it was from a fucking Godzilla movie from back in 19... I don't even know what the fuck was happening there.
So these bitches are the baddest.
But you said that Jay-Z stepped in to help you. Like, how can what does Jay-Z do? Does he know Godzilla personally? I could imagine that if one person knows Godzilla, it has to be Jay-Z.
Yeah, he had to. I guess he had to call Godzilla personally because it got denied. It got denied clearance for us, and I had given up on using it. And then Jay-Z was so in love with the song himself. He was loving it, and like telling me like, man, you got to use this song. You got to use this song. And he was like, let me step in and try and clear it. And he did. And you know, it took about six months or so, and then I completely forgot about it. Then he hit me up randomly and was like, "Godzilla's clear." Like, I was like, "Okay."
I can just imagine like you sitting at home looking at your phone and Jay-Z's like, "Godzilla is clear, let's go."
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Like, how did you come about the sample? Like, did you wake up one day and was like, "Damn, I gotta get Godzilla in this bitch"?
No, so what happened was it's an old house song in Detroit that was Godzilla that sampled it just like that. So it was something that like all my school dances in high school, like on the radio and mix shows, like on the radio, they would play this dance song of Godzilla that sounded just like the beat I rapped on, but it was a little bit different. So I just got inspired. Like for this album, I was like, what are some of the Detroit songs that may have not been popular everywhere else necessarily that really impacted me? And one of those was Godzilla in that way. And another one was Body Language. That was another Detroit flip that I used and recreated for Detroit too as well. So I was really capturing the essences of the city on some of those songs.
Like I said, like I counted it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about Jay-Z, on Deep Reverence, you say that you felt when Jay-Z made his first billion, you felt that in a special kind of way because he's also named Sean.
This man home got to a beat and his name Sean too. I almost felt like it was me.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering if you must feature one artist for the rest of your life named Sean, which Sean would it be? And I have 3 options for you here. We have Sean Paul, we have Jay Sean, and we have Sean Kingston. You have to feature one of them your whole life, your entire career. Every song you do, you have to do it with them. Jay Sean, Sean Paul, or Sean Kingston.
I would probably pick Sean Paul out of those 3, but
I would also.
Yeah, Sean Paul.
Big Sean, Summer give it to.
Yeah. Don't give it to.
By the way, do you know any German rapper, German rap artists, or any German songs, or in general? Like, do you have any connection to Germany?
Yeah, well, I went to a German school. I went to the Waldorf school, so Rudolf Steiner Waldorf. Yeah.
In Germany, we say when you come like Waldorf is like a synonym for people being like you say it as a like a derogatory term that you say, oh, he's from Waldorf.
Oh wow. Yeah, but I know a little bit of German. It's sehr gut. Dankeschön, bitteschön.
The basics.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, okay. Okay, they ain't even that bad.
Yeah, I love Germany. It's like one of my favorite places ever. So,
talking about countries, we have Germany, but why in the hell is it Lithuania? I like it. The song is a fucking banger, and the video is also like I love everything about it. I'm just wondering why Lithuania? Like, why out of all countries in the world, Lithuania?
That was Travis's idea. I'm not gonna lie. It was like he was like referring to a female as a Lithuania because LIT is lit, like so it's Lithuania. Like it's just he was just Travis just puts these things together like. And I felt it, I felt it. So, and people from Lithuania really appreciated it. So
yeah,
that's cool too.
It's like people are so excited that you put the whole country on the map just by making one song about it. Everybody's just like, "What's happening, man? Thanks, Big Sean."
Yeah, that's cool, man. Thank Travis too, because he was the one who came up with that title for sure.
I was wondering, is there a Phineas and Ferb reference in the song, like with the tri-state area?
Could take over any tri-state without even trying.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, does Big Sean watch Phineas and Ferb? I'm not too sure, but that was like it had to be Doofenshmirtz, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people know that the tri-state area used to be a bi-state area with an adjacent area over there.
Damn, like I don't know if the people watching this will know anything about it, but I get it, you get it, that's it.
Yeah, man, that's tight that you really pay attention. That's awesome. I appreciate when you have a personal connection to it too. It's really cool.
Talking about personal connections. On Friday Night Cypher, you talk about a lifted curse from the bass guard.
$1 million cars you can't merge in. Bass guy, how I got my curse lift.
Was there anything like any bad blood between you and the bass guard, and has it been resolved now?
Nah, the bass guy has always been. I've always been blessed. You know, I've never been cursed by him. He's always been somebody who supports me, and we support each other. And I remember the first show I had in the Bay Area, or one of the first shows, he came out and supported. So it's always been love ever since. Like,
thank you, bass guard.
Yeah.
Unrespected, you say soldiers around me. We done been through major pain. Laser focused AOL. Ben had aim. And I have to assume that you are talking about your Call of Duty career, which has been popping on in the late days, late month over the quarantine. How are things going there?
Well, yeah, I was actually talking about AOL, but yeah, I have been on Call of Duty quarantine pretty good. I've only been doing team deathmatch mainly, but I haven't been doing the Warzone that much. But I'm really liking it. I'm looking forward to the new one. Looking forward to getting my PS5 and really taking it there. But I'll probably hop on Twitch sooner or later and play a little bit, see what's going on.
Yeah, that seems to be the logical step for rappers who actually play video games right now, right? Just going on to Twitch, because fans love it, man. Like, just being as close to your favorite artists and just playing games and seeing them playing games you also play. It's just like people love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
On Guard Your Heart, you talk about being conflicted because you are signed to Kanye, managed by Jay-Z, and you're cool with Pusha, you're cool with Drake. You stood in between two chairs, and we're like, well, how was that for you, or how is it for you?
I feel like it's really between those guys, so it's not. It's I feel like it's more conflicting from the outside looking in, but you know, I know that people work things out, and I'm sure in no time these guys will be back cool and, you know, and everything.
Since Dark Sky Paradise, you went pretty much ghost on social media, and it seems like you spend time to research spirituality and practice meditation and stuff like this. Was it crucial for you to be in the type of mind state for Detroit 2, because it is like going back to your roots, and you started off with the first part of it, obviously, and you had to be zen the fuck out to be making Detroit 2?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it naturally went. I didn't get that way. I didn't change my mindset to make Detroit 2. My mindset had to change because I was feeling like out of it. You know, I was feeling very depressed, had a lot of anxiety. I was feeling broken on the inside, and I knew I had to make a change just for my happiness, and so I wouldn't self-destruct. And in that time, while I was working on myself and spiritually working on myself and going to therapy and doing all of these things, was the time where, you know, my inspiration started to come back to me musically. And it just so happened that, you know, that I was on Detroit 2, and that project kind of reflected what I was going through personally, you know?
At the end of Dark Sky Paradise, you gave everyone your phone number.
Yeah.
313-515-8772. Bitch, call me.
And on this album, you also gave people a phone number, which was hidden on the merch t-shirt.
Yeah.
And what is it with you and telephones?
I just like people to call. I don't know, man. I like people to call me.
But the new number only plays like everything is missing. Yeah, only everything is missing is playing, right? Did you regret giving your number out last time? Like, how long did you keep it, and how many people were calling? I imagine a lot.
Yeah, that phone basically it exploded. Like that, my phone bill on that number was so high, and I didn't realize that when people just call your phone that like it still contributes to your bill. So I just remember having like an extremely high phone bill.
Do you have the number? Like, how much was it? Like, was it like more like 10 grand, or was it like $1 million?
No. It was like in the thousands, but it was just, it wouldn't stop ringing. So I had to like cut it off because it wouldn't stop ringing like ever.
Yeah,
which is cool.
yeah, that was the point of it, right? But did you really talk to some fans? Like, could you answer?
Yeah, all the time. I was replying to texts, calling, picking it up. I was doing all of that. Yeah, it was cool.
So for the finish, I just got some Detroit facts for you, and I would just confront you with those, and you would tell me something about it, or what you know about it, or is it something new for you?
Okay.
Detroit has the most registered bowlers in the United States. How is your bowling game?
My bowling game is pretty okay. It's pretty good. I can definitely deliver a strike, at least one strike per game, at least.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, one or two.
The Detroit River is actually not a river. Did you know that?
It's
A strait. A strait
is
a waterway that connects two larger bodies of water. The Detroit River connects Lake Huron and Lake Erie. So it's a strait, not a river.
Very true.
Detroit Strait, not Detroit River.
Okay.
Maybe people will say this from now on. I doubt it.
That's cool to know, though.
You never know. Did you also know that Saddam Hussein had the key to the city for Detroit?
I know.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
He donated to a
insane.
church back in the 80s or something.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him in like a Detroit Pistons jacket or something crazy, and I was like, "Whoa, that is really crazy."
How to kill a franchise 101.
Right. Exactly.
What about Detroit style pizza? Like I saw it on different pizza shows, and it's more like a cake or something. It comes in these tin cans in like a dish.
Yes.
Pizza or something.
Yeah. It's like deep dish. It's very good.
Yeah, but like, does it taste different to a regular pizza, or does it like taste kind of the same, just with a different texture?
Just a different texture. It tastes kind of the same. It's very good though. Very, very good. The crust sometimes is like very buttery and like it's really good.
Do you prefer it to traditional Italian pizza?
Yeah. I like both though. Pizza is one of those things where it's just one of the best foods on earth. So I don't know anyone who doesn't like pizza. Like they either like love it or like it, but I don't know anyone who like is like, I hate pizza.
Fair play. Would you rather feel like a potato or look like a potato?
I'd rather look like a potato.
You always had like these features on your album, but they're like, which were listed, but there also were like features throughout the album which only made like ad-libs or small intro, and there were like these small details. Like, for example, the intro of Feed is like it's backwards. Why? Just
because that's how I wanted it. Just for aesthetics. I had Meek Mill on that song with me and Wayne Don Life saying just one line, and I have A$AP Rocky doing ad-libs at the beginning of Wolves with me and Post Malone.
I was wondering. That is confirmed him.
Yeah, and
it's also Justin Bieber somewhere in this album. Like,
yeah, Justin Bieber is on the end of Harder Than My Demons singing for a little bit, and I just think it's cool to do that. Like, that's how music is sometimes. It's like there's no rules to it, no like direct format. So it was just more of a feeling thing, and I wanted to make sure I kept that feeling,
Speaking of other rappers, do you follow, did you see the XXL freshman class, the recent one?
Yes.
Any favorites or any artists people should look out for?
Yeah, I really like Baby Keem a lot, Polo G, Mulatto, and can't remember who else was. I know it's a lot of other people on there. Was NLE Chopper on there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely NLE Chakra. And it's a lot of good talent on there. They XXL did good again. So
yeah, I was like, every year people are like, man, XXL fell off and blah blah blah, but in the end they make the list and everybody's like, oh yeah, I love these guys. I want to buy their records every day.
Right. Yeah, no, they did good.
Okay, that's it from my part. Do you have anything like left to plug? Say to the German fans. Say to the viewers of my YouTube show. Do you want to insult them? Tell them they're stupid or something?
Nope. I want to tell them that, you know, I appreciate them. Hey, I can't wait to get back to Germany. Dankeschön, and thanks for the support, man. I really appreciate it.
Big Seandon Perignon. Und Marvin.
Yes, sir.
Bye bye, thanks man. Das war's auch schon wieder mit Marvins Room. Ich hoffe, euch hat das Interview Spaß gemacht. Vielleicht halb so viel Spaß wie mir, weil dann hattet ihr schon sehr viel Spaß, weil es war für mich wirklich ein einziges Fest. In diesem Sinne bleibt mir nichts weiter übrig, als euch eine schöne Restwoche zu wünschen. Wir sehen uns die nächste Folge wieder. Checkt die Marvins Room Spotify Playlist aus. Checkt mich auf Instagram aus, Marvin BACKSPIN. Ansonsten, bis dahin. Tschüss.
Backspin.